am Vera, 70 years old today. I stand before the legacy I built with sweat and blood, yet I return as a ghost to my home. These hands once laid every brick of this palace, but now they are just the hands of a stranger, forgotten by the very world I created. 30 years ago, I had nothing but a dream and a cart in the rain. Now, the rain feels the same, but the heart is heavier. I step into my past, hidden behind a mask of poverty, to see what has become of the bloodline I have nurtured with my silent success. The air smells of wealth and arrogance. It is a scent I know well, for I am the one who provided the perfume for these walls. My grandson, Liam. He plays with the toys of kings but lacks the soul of a servant. He does not even recognize his own grandmother. The ball whistled past my ear, a violent greeting from a boy who has never known the value of the ground he stands upon so carelessly. He looks at me and sees a peasant. He sees a smudge on his perfect landscape, a piece of trash that the wind blew into his garden. "Hey, you peasant! Watch where you are going! You almost ruined my shot with your pathetic presence. Who even let someone like you in here?" I look at him and see my own failure. I gave them everything they wanted, but I clearly failed to give them the heart they needed. The kitchen is a battlefield of luxury. Smells of truffle and saffron fill the air, prepared for a celebration in honor of a ghost. Linda, my daughter-in-law. She manages this house with an iron fist, forgetting that the keys were handed to her by the woman she despises. She stops the music of her commands. To her, I am a discord, a stain on her polished floor that needs to be scrubbed away immediately. "Why are you here? Don't make my floor dirty, you dead weight. We are preparing a grand gala for the true owner of this estate." They talk about me as if I am thousands of miles away. They honor my name while they spit on my face in the shadows. "There is no room for you here, old woman. Go to the back and wait. We cannot have the guests seeing such a wretched sight today. I am a guest in my own home, hiding in the corners of my own creation. The irony is as bitter as the rain outside my door." They prepare delicacies for a woman they haven't seen in years, while the real woman sits hungry and ignored right before their very eyes. They drink my wine and eat my bread, all while plotting how to bury me deeper so they can inherit the earth I have conquered. The time for the masquerade is approaching. Soon, the masks will be worn, and the true faces will be revealed under the bright chandeliers. They tell me to work if I want to stay. They want the billionaire to serve the tea. I will play their game for now. Every piece of silver I polish is a reminder of the wealth they take for granted. They see a maid. I see my own dividends. The high society has arrived. They come to pay respects to a legend, unaware that the legend is the one refilling their champagne glasses. Victor, my firstborn. He wears power like a stolen coat, never realizing that the warmth comes from the mother he chose to forget. I am invisible in a room full of light. They look through me as if I am made of glass, a mere utility in their world. An apology is too expensive for these people. They save their grace for those with titles, and I am currently a woman without one. He is ashamed of me. The man who owes his very life and fortune to my labor is ashamed of the skin that bore him. "Stay out of sight," he tells me. "Don't ruin this night." He treats me like a secret sin that he needs to keep hidden away. He has forgotten the strength of this arm. He thinks I am weak because I am quiet. He has much to learn about silence. The music plays for a queen who isn't there, or so they think. Every note is a testament to the life I lived in shadows. They talk of gold and diamonds as if they grew them in their gardens. They have no idea who truly owns the soil they walk on. The cruelty is small but constant. It is a slow poison they feed me, thinking I will wither. They don't know I am the root. My body remembers the work, even if my family chooses to forget. I bend now so that I may stand taller when the truth arrives. They worship the image but hate the person. They love the myth of my success, but they loathe the reality of my aging face. Is that who they think I am? A static image of wealth? They have forgotten that a fire still burns behind these old, tired eyes. Listen to him speak of legacy. He speaks as if he built the world, when he merely inherited a kingdom he does not yet understand. I gave him the world, but I forgot to give him a soul. Now I must see if there is anything left to save in him. The pride of the lions. They think they are the kings of the jungle, but they have never had to hunt for their own survival. None of them see me. Not one. It is a perfect disguise. the ultimate test of their humanity and their memory of a friend. The stage is set. The actors have played their parts. Now, the playwright must prepare for the final act of this tragic, gilded play. The air in this room is heavy with the scent of lilies and lies. I carry the weight of their expectations on a single tray. My son, the master of ceremonies. He commands the room with a confidence I paid for, never looking back at the source of his light. The world shifts beneath my feet. A simple stumble, a moment of human frailty, is all it takes to shatter the fragile peace of this evening. Time slows down. I watch the beauty of my own creation fall. It is a metaphor for the family I have built so carefully. The sound is a scream in the silence of the elite. Everything stops. Every eye turns toward the broken mess and the old woman responsible. He doesn't ask if I am hurt. He doesn't look at the blood on my hand. He only sees the loss of his precious, expensive object. He approaches like a predator. This is the man I raised, the boy I held in my arms, now a stranger fueled by the poison of pride. A slap, a strike against the woman who gave him life. The sound echoes louder than the glass, a final break in the bond of blood. The pain is nothing compared to the betrayal. In this moment, I am no longer his mother. I am the witness to his ultimate downfall. "You are nothing but a parasite," he says. A useless housewife who belongs in the dirt. He has forgotten whose dirt he is standing on. Look at me, Victor. Look at the face you just struck. Do you see the woman who taught you to walk, or just a servant? Their laughter is the soundtrack of their decadence. They find joy in the humiliation of the weak, never realizing who the truly weak are. I pick up the pieces, not just of the glass, but of the illusions I held about my family. The blood is a signature on a new contract. The mother is gone. The billionaire has returned. The test has been taken, and the results are written in the sting on my cheek. Linda joins the hunt. She wants to ensure I am sufficiently crushed. She doesn't realize she is dancing on the edge of a volcano. I stand. My knees no longer ache. The fire of justice has replaced the fatigue of age. I am the architect of their ruin. He thinks it's over. He thinks he has put the servant in her place. He has no idea the storm is already at his gates. I move through the shadows of my own home. I know every secret passage, every hidden safe, and every weakness in these gilded walls. This was my sanctuary, the place where I built Vera Global while they were out spending the money they hadn't yet earned. They have erased me from their history. I am a ghost in the pictures, a name on a ledger they are desperate to close forever. I become the wall. I become the shadow. I will listen to the truth they only speak when they think the world is not watching. The sale of the century. They want to sell the heart of my empire because they are too lazy to keep it beating themselves. My name, written by a thief. They have stolen my identity to steal my legacy. This is not just betrayal. It is a declaration of war. She calculates the profit of their treason. She sees mansions and yachts where I saw jobs for thousands and a promise to the future. The boy king sits on a throne he didn't build. He treats my life's work like a playground, unaware that the owner is watching from the dark. They talk of me as if I were a stone in their shoe. They are so eager to move forward that they have forgotten who paved the road. The greed has blinded them. They cannot see the trap they have set for themselves. They are dancing on a floor that I am about to pull away. They have buried me in their minds. They celebrate my death while I am breathing the same air. The resurrection will be swift and absolute. I step into the light. The ghosts are gone. Only the owner remains. The room goes silent, a silence born of shock and growing fear. "What are you doing here?" Linda shrieks. They still don't see. They see the apron, but they are beginning to feel the power behind it. "Get out!" he yells. But his voice lacks the weight of truth. He is a child caught in a lie, trying to scream his way out. This box contains the truth you are trying to bury. It contains the soul of this company and the proof of your total failure as humans. She takes it like a thief. She thinks she can destroy the evidence of her own shame. She has no idea what she is holding. "Take your trash and go!" she screams. She throws away the only thing that could have saved her. The box hits the water with a final splash. It is gone. The last bridge to their redemption has been burned by their own hands. Now, there is only the reckoning that remains. He thinks he has won. He thinks he can throw me out like a piece of garbage. He is about to learn who truly owns the ground. I do not move. I am the mountain. They are merely the wind trying to shake me. The real world is about to collide with their fantasy. The cavalry has arrived. Not for them, but for the law they have broken. The night of the celebration is about to become a night of justice. The world I built outside this house is coming to claim its own. My army of justice, led by the truth, has finally arrived at the gates. The auditors of reality. The men who know the true value of every cent and the true owner of every name. They do not come to party. They look down and see their doom. They think it's a mistake. They hope it's a dream. But the headlights of justice are too bright to ignore. He walks with the authority of the law. He is not here for the champagne. He is here for the woman they called a parasite. Madame President, he says. The words are a thunderclap in the room. The maid is gone. The architect has been found among the ruins. I shed the mask. I step out of the shadows. The game is over, and the master of the house has finally come home to stay. A symbol of my reign. A black diamond, as hard and unyielding as my resolve. I pin it to my heart, the final mark of authority. The silence is my favorite part. The sound of realization. The sound of 1,000 lies being crushed under the weight of one single truth. He looks at his hand, the one that struck me. He sees the blood he spilled. He finally sees his mother, but it is far too late. The queen of the kitchen is silenced. She has no commands left to give. She is just a tenant whose lease has just been permanently revoked. I am Vera. I am the invisible hand that built your world. And today, I have decided to take that world back into my own hands. With one signature, I reclaim what was stolen. With one stroke of a pen, I end the era of greed and begin the era of justice. He quivers like a leaf. He begs for mercy from the woman he called a parasite just minutes ago. But mercy must be earned with honor. You didn't recognize your mother because you only look for money. You have found the money, Victor, but you have lost the woman who gave it. The vultures scatter. They smell the change in the air. They will tell stories of this night, of the queen who returned from the shadows. Everything they thought was theirs is returning to its rightful place. I am clearing the house of the clutter of their immense and hollow vanity. The chair fits me perfectly. It always did. I have spent a lifetime in the shadows, but today I step into the sun of my own making. The test is over. The results are clear. I am not a peasant, and I am not a ghost. I am the architect of my own destiny. The past is a memory that no longer defines me. I have learned that family is not just blood, but the respect and love we give. The rain has stopped. The air is clean. I am 70 years old, and for the first time in my life, I am truly, completely free. True wealth is not in the stones of a house, but in the peace of one's soul. I am Vera, and my story has just begun. The lesson is simple. Never underestimate a woman who has nothing left to lose and everything to reclaim. Happy birthday to me, indeed. The house is quiet now. The noise of greed has been replaced by the silence of truth. I can finally hear the heart of my home. Every grain of wood, every piece of stone, tells a story of survival. I am the narrator who has finally reclaimed the pen from the thieves. I look at myself and I see no victim. I see a survivor who played the long game and won the only prize that truly matters. Knowledge was my secret weapon. While they were playing, I was learning. While they were sleeping, I was planning the world they would later inherit. These numbers were my first steps toward freedom. They represent every sacrifice I made to ensure my children would never have to know hunger. I gave them the world so they wouldn't have to struggle. I realize now that the struggle was the very thing that made me who I am. A simple tea is worth more than their vintage champagne when it is earned with honor and drunk in peace. I am finally at rest. He is going to a place where his name means nothing and his money cannot help him. Perhaps there, he will find the soul he lost. She has nothing but the clothes on her back and the memory of her own cruelty. The world she built was a house of cards. He will have to learn to walk on the ground like a common man. Only then will he understand the value of the earth he once mocked. The empire is in good hands. My hands. We will rebuild with integrity, and the name Vera will stand for something more than just wealth. My legacy will not be a mansion, but a bridge for others. I will turn my success into a ladder for those who are still climbing. We did it, my love. The storm has passed, and the house we built still stands. The light is back, and it is stronger than ever. The universe is vast, and I am just a small part of it. But I have played my role, and I have played it well. Hard as a diamond, yet soft as the night. I have found the balance that wealth could never buy and that poverty could never steal. We wash away the stains of the past. We open the windows to let in the fresh air of a new beginning for everyone here. To lead is to serve. To have is to give. These are the lessons I will pass on to those who are ready to listen. The gates are open. The walls are down. My home is no longer a fortress of greed, but a sanctuary of hope for all. I am Vera. I am 70 years old, and I am just getting started on the most important work of my entire long life. The invisible billionaire is now seen. The test of humanity is over. And I have found that love is the greatest wealth of all. Every line on my face is a victory. Every scar is a lesson. I wouldn't trade a single one of them for all the gold in the world. The world is a canvas, and I have spent my life painting it with the colors of my ambition and the strength of my will. I write these words so they may one day understand that true power comes from within, not from the things you own or control. I am not just a name on a building. I am a part of the team. We work together, we grow together, and we succeed together. It is good to be seen for who I am. It is better to be loved for the heart I have and the life I have lived. Don't be afraid of the rain. Don't be afraid of the struggle. It is the very thing that will make you strong enough to conquer the world. The simplest things are often the most valuable. A walk in the park, a breath of air, a moment of peace. These are my treasures. The truth is always there, waiting to be found. It cannot be destroyed by water or by time. It is eternal and it is mine. The day is done. The work is finished. I can finally rest, knowing that I have done my best and that the world is a better place. Be kind to everyone you meet. You never know who is hiding behind a mask of poverty or who is a billionaire in disguise. I am Vera, 70 years old, and I am finally, truly, and completely free to be exactly who I was always meant to be. The light of my life shines on. It is a beacon of hope for all who dare to dream and all who are brave enough to work. Good night, world. I will see you in the morning, ready to face whatever new challenges and adventures the day may bring to my door. The climb is never over, but the view from the top is always worth the effort. I am glad I never gave up on my dreams. I am grateful for every moment, the good and the bad. They have all led me here, to this place of peace and absolute, pure truth. The night is still. The world is quiet. I am at peace with myself and with the world I have created with my own two hands. I am Vera, and my story will live on in the hearts of those I have touched and the world I have helped to build forever. The name that means strength. The name that means wisdom. The name that will never be forgotten as long as there are dreams to dream. Remember her name. Remember her story. And remember that the true power is always within you, waiting to be discovered by your own brave heart. A journey of 1,000 miles. A journey of a lifetime. A journey that proves that the human spirit is truly, absolutely, and completely indomitable. The ink of betrayal is always blacker than the truth. They thought a simple pen stroke could erase the woman who built the entire foundation. He watches his own soul being thrown into the water. He believes the evidence of my life is gone, not knowing I am the evidence. I let it go. Sometimes you must lose the physical world to reclaim the spiritual one. The box was just wood. I am the iron. He measures time in gold and status. He doesn't know that his time is running out, ticking down to the moment his world collapses completely. She feels the weight lift, not knowing it's the weight of her own anchor. She is adrift now, in a sea of her own making. Go back to the kitchen, old woman. Maybe there's some scraps left for you. He thinks he's the master, but he's just a temporary tenant. I am the silence before the storm. I am the ground that doesn't move. They are starting to feel the shift, the cold realization of truth. I see you, not as my children, but as the strangers you have become. The debt is due, and I am the only one who can collect. The wheels of justice are silent but heavy. They have arrived to carry away the old lies and bring in the new, harsh, and beautiful reality. The world enters. The isolation of the elite is broken. The air is cleared of their perfume and replaced with the scent of the real world. He doesn't see the rags. He sees the empire. He sees the woman who built the law he serves with such unwavering, absolute, and total loyalty. The slap echoes back in his mind. He realizes the hand he struck is the hand that fed him, the hand that now holds his destiny. The disguise is no longer needed. The test is finished. I have seen their hearts, and they are empty vessels of greed and hollow, vain pride. This is the only crown I need, a stone forged in pressure, just like me. It marks the return of the queen to her rightful, gilded throne. The seat is mine. It was always mine. He is just a ghost in my chair, a shadow that is now being chased away by the light. A piece of paper cannot hold a life. A lie cannot steal a legacy. I destroy the chains they tried to place on my own hands. The tears are for herself, not for me. She mourns the money, the status, the house she never truly deserved to call her own home tonight. No one leaves. The account must be settled. The boy who thought he was a king must now answer for his own arrogant, youthful ignorance. He wants to say mother now. He wants to find the love he threw away for a crystal glass and a few more zeros in bank. The eviction is not just from this building, but from my heart. You are strangers to me now, and strangers do not live in my palace. The paper trail ends here. Everything you bought with my name returns to my name. You are left with only the character you have built. They walk the path of their own making. It is a long walk, and a cold one. I hope they find the truth in the dark. I am the last one standing. I am the root that survived the rot. The tree will bloom again, but with new and stronger branches now. I grieve for the boy he was, not the man he became. I bury the memory of my children so that I may finally, truly live. Resume operations. Clear the board. We are starting over, with the truth as our only compass and the future as our only goal today. The dawn is coming. It is a new day for Vera Global and a new day for the woman who refused to be broken by her. The light is mine, the house is mine, the life is mine. I have reclaimed it all, piece by piece, heart by broken heart tonight. I am not a billionaire today. I am just a woman who knows her own worth. And that is the greatest wealth of all, my friends. I feel the earth. I feel the reality. I am no longer hiding behind rags or gold. I am just Vera, and I am finally home. The story of the invisible billionaire ends here. But the story of the woman who found herself in the rain is just beginning to unfold. We started with so little, and we ended with so much. But the much was always in our hearts, not in our pockets, wasn't it? Building an empire is easy. Keeping your soul while doing it is the hard part. I almost lost mine, but I found it again today. That woman was a queen of gold. I am a queen of truth. The paint will fade, but the truth will remain forever and evermore. The earth remembers me. It doesn't care about my clothes or my bank account. It only cares about the care I have given it over time. I don't need the chefs. I don't need the servants. I only need the peace that comes from knowing I am exactly where I belong. The world is waking up. A new world where the invisible are seen and the truth is the only currency that truly matters to anyone. I have 70 years behind me and a lifetime ahead. I will make every second count, every word matter, and every action mean something more. I have found my sanctuary, not in the walls of a mansion, but in the quiet moments of reflection and the deep truth of my soul. I don't need the symbols anymore. I am the symbol. I am the proof that the heart can survive even the hardest of times, always. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely free to be exactly who I was always meant to be in this beautiful world. The gates are open, the walls are down. The heart of the billionaire is finally shared with the world she worked so hard to build. Even the smallest thing can grow into something beautiful if it is given enough love and enough room to truly and freely breathe today. The day is done. The test is over. The truth is out. And I am at peace with everything that has happened in my life. Never let anyone tell you who you are. Only you can decide your worth. And only you can build the life you truly want. I am Vera. and my story is just beginning. One beautiful and truthful step at a time in this vast and wonderful world of ours. The evidence of a life reclaimed, the symbols of a battle won. The silence here is now filled with the weight of absolute and final justice. They were once innocent. Greed is a weed that grows where love is forgotten. I will plant new seeds now, seeds that will grow with honor. The horizon is wide. The possibilities are endless. I am 70 years old, and I have never felt more alive or more ready for more. I came back to test them, and I found the truth. It wasn't the answer I wanted, but it was the answer I needed to be free. The stars are the same ones I saw from my street cart 30 years ago. They are a constant reminder of how far I have come. My name is on the buildings, but my spirit is in the people. I will lead them with truth, and we will build a better world. The night is beautiful. The world is at peace. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in my own skin. The books are closed. The past is settled. I am moving forward into a new chapter, one written with the ink of truth and love. I am the invisible billionaire no more. I am the woman who found her voice in the silence and her strength in the rain today. The light is back. The truth is out. The queen has returned, and she is stronger and more determined than she has ever been before. Life is a gift, a beautiful, complicated, and wonderful gift. I am grateful for every second of it, the good and the bad alike. I have lived a full life, a life of struggle, a life of success, and now, a life of truth. I am finally at peace. I am Vera. I am 70 years old, and I am exactly who I was meant to be in this beautiful and wonderful world of ours. Thank you for joining me on my journey. Remember, the true power is always within you. Never give up on your dreams, no matter what. The story ends here, but the legacy continues. May we all find the strength to be our true selves, even in the hardest of times. It is an honor to serve you, Madame President. The law has finally caught up with the greed that tried to overshadow your brilliant, enduring legacy. This signature is for every woman who was told she was too old or too weak. This is for the power of the silent and determined. He lives in the same luxury he took for granted, but this time, the car is a cage. He has traded his mother for a ride. She looks for her worth in the objects she can no longer possess. She is a collector of shadows in a house that is now light. The house feels different now. It feels clean. The rot has been removed, and the foundation is strong enough to support a new, better world. I walk as the owner. I walk as the builder. I walk as the woman who survived the test and came out stronger on the other. I eat in peace. The bread of honesty is sweeter than the feast of lies. I am 70, and I am finally, truly well-nourished today. The storm is over. The air is fresh. I can breathe now, knowing that the truth is the only atmosphere I will ever need again. Knowledge is the only thing they couldn't take from me. It was my shield in the dark and my light in the return to my home. The fire of ambition has been replaced by the warmth of wisdom. I am whole. I am complete, and I am finally, truly, and deeply free. They see the woman, not the myth. I look them in the eye, for we are the same. We are the builders of the future world. Your turn will come. Work hard, stay true, and never let anyone tell you that your dreams are too big for your own brave heart. We will lead with purpose. We will profit with honor. The name Vera will be a promise of quality and a beacon of true leadership. This is my true wealth. To see others happy, to see the world a little brighter because of the work I have done in my life. To have is to give. I am a steward of this fortune, not just an owner. My joy comes from the impact I can make. They loved me when I had nothing. They love me now that I have everything. These are the people who truly matter in my life. I am grateful for the journey. I am grateful for the test. I am grateful for the strength to stand tall in the face of betrayal. Every morning is a new chance to be better, to do more, and to live with truth. I am 70, and I am just beginning. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. Never lose sight of who you are. The truth is your greatest asset, and love is your greatest wealth. Happy birthday to me, indeed, today. Time is the only thing we can't buy. I have spent 70 years learning how to use it well, and I won't waste another second. I am just a woman in the crowd, but I am a woman who knows her own mind and her own heart. That is enough for me. I find my friends in the pages of these books. They have taught me everything I know about the world and about the human spirit today. The world is full of wonders, if you only take the time to look for them. I am a student of life, always and forevermore. The future is in their hands. I hope they learn to value the truth as much as they value the stories they are reading today. I am home, not just in a house, but in a life that I have built with honesty, hard work, and a lot of love today. I have seen the worst of humanity, and I have seen the best. I choose to focus on the best, and to be the best. To nurture is to live. I am a gardener of life, and I am proud of the beautiful things I have helped to grow today. I am a part of something much bigger than myself. I am a part of the universe, and I am exactly where I belong tonight. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. I carry them with me. Their strength is my strength. Their dreams are the foundation of everything I have built in my long life today. I am a student of history. I know that the truth always wins in the end, no matter how hard someone tries to hide it away. I write for myself. I write for the future. I write to remember the lessons I have learned on this long and incredible journey of mine. Beauty is everywhere, if you only take the time to look for it. I find it in the simple things and in the profound truths. The world is full of magic. I see it in the eyes of a child and in the light of a firefly on a summer night. I am at peace with the world. I am at peace with myself. I have done my best, and that is more than enough for me. True power is the ability to be yourself, no matter what. I have found my power, and I will never let it go again today. I am home. In the books, in the garden, in the truth of my own soul. This is the only place I ever wanted to be. I am grateful for everything, the good and the bad. They have all made me the woman I am today, and I am proud of her. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. Every day is a new page. I will write it with the ink of honesty and the heart of a woman who knows her worth. I am the silent force behind so much they see. I don't need their applause. I only need the knowledge that I have done well. Art is the soul of the people. I am proud to help it flourish and to see the world through the eyes of these talented artists. We are all masterpieces in progress. I am proud of the woman I have become and the work I am still doing every day. The golden hour, a time for reflection and for gratitude. I am blessed to live in such a beautiful world and to have this home. I have learned that the only thing that truly lasts is the love we give and the truth we live. Everything else is just temporary. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. The stars are a map of where we've been and where we're going. I am glad I followed my own star, even when it was dark. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. The smallest things often have the most power. A stone, a smile, a kind word. These are the building blocks of a truly good life. This is my sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of truth, and a place where I can finally be exactly who I am meant to be. I am not destroying a family. I am removing the rot. They must find their own way now, without the shadow of my stolen success. The celebration is over. The reality has begun. I am the host of a new era, one built on the solid ground of the truth. I have cleared the house. Now I must clear the heart. It is a long process, but I am 70 and I have the time. They had everything, but they had nothing. I give them the one thing they never had, the chance to build a life for themselves. The silence is a gift. It is a chance to listen to the whispers of my own soul and to the truth that lives within. The world is wide. The future is bright. I am 70 years old, and I am finally, truly, and completely at peace with myself. I have found my sanctuary, not in the walls of a mansion, but in the quiet moments of reflection and the deep truth of my soul. The story is written. The lessons are learned. I am ready for the new chapters that are waiting for me in the beautiful future. I am grateful for everything. The good and the bad. They have all made me the woman I am today, and I am proud of her. Every morning is a new chance to be better, to do more, and to live with truth. I am 70, and I am just beginning. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. Never lose sight of who you are. The truth is your greatest asset, and love is your greatest wealth. Happy birthday to me, indeed, today. This is my sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of truth, and a place where I can finally be exactly who I am meant to be. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. The stars are a map of where we've been and where we're going. I am glad I followed my own star, even when it was dark. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. The smallest things often have the most power. A stone, a smile, a kind word. These are the building blocks of a truly good life. This is my sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of truth, and a place where I can finally be exactly who I am meant to be. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. I have learned that the only thing that truly lasts is the love we give and the truth we live. Everything else is just temporary. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. The stars are a map of where we've been and where we're going. I am glad I followed my own star, even when it was dark. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. The smallest things often have the most power. A stone, a smile, a kind word. These are the building blocks of a truly good life. This is my sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of truth, and a place where I can finally be exactly who I am meant to be. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. The stars are a map of where we've been and where we're going. I am glad I followed my own star, even when it was dark. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. The smallest things often have the most power. A stone, a smile, a kind word. These are the building blocks of a truly good life. This is my sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of truth, and a place where I can finally be exactly who I am meant to be. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. The stars are a map of where we've been and where we're going. I am glad I followed my own star, even when it was dark. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. The smallest things often have the most power. A stone, a smile, a kind word. These are the building blocks of a truly good life. This is my sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of truth, and a place where I can finally be exactly who I am meant to be. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. The stars are a map of where we've been and where we're going. I am glad I followed my own star, even when it was dark. I am Vera, and I am finally, truly, and completely at home in the world I have helped to build with my own two hands. The smallest things often have the most power. A stone, a smile, a kind word. These are the building blocks of a truly good life. This is my sanctuary, a place of peace, a place of truth, and a place where I can finally be exactly who I am meant to be. I am a gardener of souls. I help things grow, I help things flourish, and I find my own joy in the beauty I create. True wealth is not in a bank account, but in how we treat those with nothing. I am Vera, and today I am finally, truly free.